What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Lionheart. It's Elton in Heart 16. Welcome to the Pride Lands. As you guys might or might not know, I am trying to get a full set of PSA 10 Jolteons, which means buying, selling, flipping, trading, grading cards, doing whatever I have to do to get a full set of PSA Jolteons. And today we got a PSA return. So I'm super excited to finally open these up. Some cards that were in here that were super cool were the cards I got out of the Demigod pack from Trestle Festival, some other Trestle Festival cards, and just some other cards I found along the way. So I got some cool stuff in here. I'll throw up a picture right here so you guys can see what to look forward to. But yeah, some cool stuff. Temporal Forces Ghastly, the Skarmory, and the Cresselia, and Jolteons, and just some good stuff. Okay, I'm really excited, including the Pokeball Umbreon and the Pokeball Sylveon. But something I want to talk about before we get into this. I'm super excited to get through this, but PSA, this submission has taken longer to get back to me, and that's been kind of problematic. It's been tough, and we're going to talk about a little bit of it, and just something to think about if you're thinking about getting into this hobby, you're thinking about starting to do this with in its current state. There's certain things that are hard to weather because they're unsure, and lately grading companies are a little unsure. Okay, grading companies feel weird, and this particular one is unsure for two particular reasons for me. Okay, number one, this is the biggest submission I've done yet. Usually I've done 2 cards or 4 cards, like smaller sets, because I'm starting at the beginning, so I haven't had as much. But as I've gotten more, I've been able to send more and get more and flip more, and you know how that goes. So this is the biggest one I've sent yet. We sent 12 in this one. Okay, I've got 12 cards in here. And I'm really excited about all of them. At the time that I sent the cards, all of the PSA 9 and 10s were valued at a much higher level than they are currently. And the dip in which, the time in which I got them back compared to the dip in the time in which they lowered is kind of problematic. I'm going to show you guys when we come to these cards later. But it's just something that the grading company tells you we can get your card back to you in this time frame. And this one did not come back in that time frame, and I am going to lose a little bit of money over it. So when we see how these cards end up graded and see what happens, like, I mean, that leads us to the next thing. Point number 2 that's problematic is PSA has just changed their standards. Changed their standards on what can be qualified as a 10 for centering and stuff like that. So I'm a little anxious because I sent these and then got news of the change. And so I don't know if these cards are graded under the new standard or the old standard. So we're going to have to figure that out. And so when we come across that, those are the 2 things to keep in mind in this video when we're coming to this grading. We're having this conversation because we're going to make this like a 2-in-1 video of a PSA opening, but also just like some thoughts, some issues, some questions about PSA and grading companies in general, because I am really curious in tag. I am really curious in tag because right now they are also declaring certain standards, but they also are declaring transparency of here is the standard, here's what your card did, here's the rank of your card compared to other cards. Like, they've got a lot of stuff that I like, and I haven't tried them out. I want to try them out. I see a lot of other people who already have a really big value in PSA not wanting to switch over to tag, and I understand that completely, but I don't yet. I don't. All my PSAs, these are all my PSAs right here, and then whatever's in this. Okay, you guys have seen my current collection of things. You know, this Eevee, which is dropping dramatically in cost right now, which it breaks my heart because it was like almost like $400 or something like that at one time, and now it's like sitting under $200. Still, it's in my PC, so I love it. Some other Jolteon's PSA 9, that one is. I graded this one personally, PSA 10 Jolteon, found it at a card shop, came back as a 10. Love that. That's the game right there. Master Ball Japanese from the 151, and then just the regular holo from the English 151. Love it, love it. And then we have the Vivid Voltage Reverse Holo as a 10, and Reverse Holo Hidden Fates as a 10. And we have one that's not a PSA, but it's just a separate grading company that gave it a 9.5, VMAX Jolteon. So I still got to get this one as a 10, but it's a cool one to have because it's a gift from my friend B-Mart. And one of these PSA 10 Pikachus from the world. So that's my current collection. As you guys can see, other than that Eevee, and what else would be the next big one in here? The Eevee and this guy, those are both, that's like two, $260, and then this Pikachu sitting around 60 right now. So I've only got like 320 of big cards, bigger cards. I don't know how to word this. I don't got a lot of skin in the game for PSA, right? I have been making a lot of videos about how that's what I want is a full set of PSA 10 Jolteons, but I'm not so far along that it wouldn't be unfathomable for me to go another route and try out tag. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna open up this PSA return again. I'm super excited to see what's inside it. I'm really stoked, and I can't wait to find out my grades. But we are going to use some of these cards as examples in this box, and hopefully we've got some good examples to pull from, and based off whatever these grades are going to be. So we're going to flip to my second camera, and we're going to get to this. Start opening this up. What's up, everybody? This is Lionheart from the future, just interrupting myself once again to let you guys know. In this video, I began to talk a lot about the process and the numbers and things, but then like in post as I'm editing it, just like a lot of it is just unneeded and unnecessary. So I'm actually going to cut a lot of it out. And so like here's like what you really need to know is this PSA return took 3 months. The market changes drastically in 3 months, obviously. If you're trying to flip cards from a newer set, typically first PSA tends to sell are the top, and then it dips down from there. So I was trying to beat the curve down, couldn't do that with a 3-month turnaround, right? Okay, learn that lesson. The next thing is that I go through a part where I'm like Googling what PSA has actually said about grading, and found that like maybe there's some like misinformation going around and stuff like that. So we'll just talk about that really quick. PSA, at least, who knows? PSA could just be doing a cover up. I don't know. But PSA has said that they have never graded. They have never had a lower grading standard, and they did not raise their official statement of grading standard. They just said they're going to start holding it more accountable to their ratio that they prefer, which in my mind, I'm like, okay, like numbers are numbers, ratios are ratios, and you have tools to tell like what is what. So how are we not there already? I don't know. Anyways, that's what I found out quickly about the two things, right? The market changes really fast in 3 months, and PSA has said that they are just going to be more accountable on their actual. That's it. I'm going to cut all that out so you guys don't have to listen to it. Back to the opening. Bye. I'm going to pop this little tab right here and open it up. My friend B Mart has been through these already because we do a joint submission, and so he's already separated everyone's. So these should all be mine. All 12 of mine. I got to try to pull them carefully. Okay. Now, where I can't see them, but I can still show you guys. I don't know what to do with the box here for now. So this is our slab, okay? And put it down here on secondary camera. Okay, so let's just start working through these. Man, I love doing this part. This part is so fun. Okay, our first card. We'll actually put here. Let's see what's first. Oh, okay. So we have the Sylveon from Terrestrial Festival. Guys, I had a great time opening Terrestrial Festival, and I pulled a lot of cool cards, including this Sylveon Pokeball. Okay, and we have, boom, we got 10. Let's go. All right, the centering from now, in hindsight, you know, is maybe it's just the shadow in this room right now. Oh yeah, that changes it. Now it does look, no, I mean, it looks a little thinner on the left than it does the right, but not so far out of it. I have no idea how to judge the back for Japanese. I have no idea, but I've like zero whitening. These were pack fresh, and Japanese is cut so well. It's really easy to get the tins on. So 110 so far. Hopefully that's just not every 10 that we get along the way. So if that's the Sylveon, I remember this one probably must be. It is the Umbreon. So pulled this one personally as well. Made me about have a heart attack when I saw the cracked ice on a black card, like as I was going through, and it's the Umbreon, but it's just the Pokeball Umbreon, which I figured would still be worth grading the Umbreon and Sylveon because I think they're still pretty popular. But man, this card has taken a hit. We might use this one as our first example. Okay, so let's see what we got. Another 10, and these will be sequential, right? Yep. There we go. 310 and 311. Nice. Okay. So we're going to talk about this card as our first card. Let's see. Okay. Next up, we are in our Demigod pack of Wrestle Festival. We pulled the Demigod pack that's got Espeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. Man, beautiful, beautiful cards. Let's see what we got. Three. Please, 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 please. Okay. Okay. We got the 10. We got the 10 on the Espeon. I'm so thankful we got the 10 on the Espeon. Please let the Jolteon get a 10 as well. And the Flareon would be great, but please the Jolteon. The Jolteon is what we need for the PC. This Espeon will probably sit on my PC for a while because I like Espeon a lot too, and this card is beautiful. It's it's pretty great. The centering is wonderful, top to bottom, left to right. All of it looks really good to me. And again, I have no idea what to check for the back, but there is no whitening and apparent edge issues. Even though I kind of see maybe a little bit of that maybe we got away with, or maybe that happened in the packing process. But um, here we go. PSA 10 Espeon. Let's take that. What else we got? Okay, here's the Flareon. Again, pretty good centering. Maybe, yeah, I think it's just the shadow of the case that makes it look a little off left to right. Like this looks thinner, but I think it's. But man, beautiful card. 3, 2, 1. 10. Oh my gosh. Have we 10'd out so far? 4 10s. 4 10s in a row. And yeah. So again, if we're in the new standards of things, maybe we're not in the new standards. I don't know, but I just know this is the Jolteon. I know this is the Jolteon. Come on. Yep. Here we go. We pulled this, a pooled Terrestrial Festival Jolteon. If the other two are 10s, please, this has to be a 10. For the PC. For the PC. 3, 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what we're talking about right there. Right into the personal collection. Jolteon. Okay. Right in that. See that? Boom. There you are. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Jolteon Terrestrial Festival SIR. Yes. That is so great. I'll leave you over here for now, though. Man, that is so stoked. Or I mean, I'm so stoked about that. In fact, can I like scoot him over here so we can? Okay, so I don't know what's past here. Oh, okay, another Jolteon. Which I really need for the PC again. Um, centering. It's kind of hard to tell in these newer EXs, but you can like catch the border here and there. I think the centering. I think it looks like the other centering did. Um, and the lighting makes it weird. Like now it's looking like again, it's hard with these gyms, but it kind of makes it look like it's diagonally up this way. But I think that's just the way that the gyms are. I don't know why. I don't. Let's see what we got. 8. Okay, let's check out the back. Thoughts. I don't know. What do you guys think? 8? Like not even a 9? Like an 8? You know? Like what's so off? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if you guys see something I don't see. Try to get a lot of angles. I'm gonna be going over this with my like magnifying glass looking thing later. Um It's one of those things where a card this low in value, like, is it even worth recracking to send in again for another like $16 charge? Like, at that point, like, I should just buy a Jolteon EX, like, Terrestrial Festival. What do you guys think? Have you seen anything I don't see? That's kind of a bummer, man. But we got the one that counts, right? If either one of these is gonna be an 8, you want it to be this one, right? Right. So, but I'm just confused though. I'm just want to know more about it. So we'll be investigating that one later. All right. More Japanese. Oh, another Jolteon. Okay. This is just like the basic hollow out of Trestle Festival that I pulled. Again, one that I pulled. I pulled a lot of these. This one just had the best centering. So let's give it a go. 10. Nice. Okay, so far we've got 1-8 out of our yeah, this is our 7th card. So far, yeah, 6 out of 7 of our cards so far are 10s, and 1 is an 8. That is, like, that's pretty good. Like, but hopefully it doesn't mean there's something tragic going along. Okay. Probably the card I am most excited about in this lot. Okay, this is the Legendary Collection Jolteon that I found out in the wild at a card shop. I knew it would not get a 10, but I wasn't sure if I would ever see a raw one again in this good of a condition. This has, where is it? Has a scratch right here and a scratch up here. It is so hard to see them on camera in this legendary on this foil, but there are 2 scratches right here. Let's say, but the centering's decent. Centering's pretty good. Maybe a little thick on the bottom, maybe a little thick. But let's check out the back. Okay, the back is like, you know, white dot up here, obviously. Maybe some edge up here. I don't remember that edge. Probably I submitted. White dot on the bottom left. Centering's pretty good. Like I said, it's definitely not a 10, and it's probably not a 9. I think I turned it in hoping, like, hey, if I sneak out an 8 on this, made out like a bandit, it's probably a 7. And then I heard about the new standards, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to get a 6, and I don't want to. So that's what we're hoping here for. Let's not get a 6. And I guess there's probably a realm in which there's like a 4, and I'm just an idiot. But I don't want a 6. I think I'm hoping for. Here we go. Probably the coolest card I'll ever own, unless I get the PSA 10 version of this. 3, 2. We got the 7. We got Jolteon Reverse File from the Legendary Collection, Near Mint 7. Okay, that is so exciting. Just take a Reverse Hollow Legendary Collection. I am so proud of this card. I found this. I found this card. I didn't pull it, but I found it. And I believed in it. I got it back as a 7, but I thought I could. That's awesome. I'm super excited about this. Probably my, I think, I mean, between these 2 Jolteons that I have today, my Terrestrial Festival Jolteon and this Jolteon, these are probably like 2 of my like most important cards to me. That's pretty awesome. But we still have 4 more cards. So these are getting down to cards that I found at the card shop. Yeah, one card in here that I pulled, the Ghastly I pulled, and I'm not sure the order. But the other ones were ones I found at the card shop that I at the time I could flip if they got 9s. Really well. And this Pikachu looked really good. I bought this. It was the first day I really even saw Surging Sparks in the card shop as like cards that people have brought in to sell to the shop. I thought the centering looked really good. Again, this lighting on the case makes it hard to see exactly what the centering is. What if I turn it up? Oh, it does. Now it's hard over here. I think the centering's pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm wondering if these white background cards are going to be harder to grade. Like anything from the Scarlet Violet that has the white background. I imagine it's just like it's harder to grade as like a hollow, reverse hollow or something like that. And let's look back. Dots. Nice and square. I don't see edge issues. Dots on the bottom. I don't know. I'm thinking this is a 10. Or I mean, again, I don't want to be like I've pulled a lot of 10s already, so like maybe this is a 9, right? But like I this is a card I am looking to flip. So I'm really hoping it's a 10. All those other ones are for my PC, so that's what's crazy. It's like other than like that Flareon, like everything else is for my PC, so I'm not looking to flip them. So it's like this is one of the ones I need to make money off of. So please be a 10. Okay, go 3, 2, 1. You're 8. You're 8. But how? Tell me, guys, if you see it and I don't see it. Is there a scratch? There is it the centering that I'm just like an idiot? I'm just not quite seeing the centering. How it's off. Is there an edge issue that I'm not seeing? Because I like 9 at the minimal, right? 9 at the minimal? And I don't know. See, this is times where I'm like, why didn't I send that to tag? Tell me exactly what's going on. But okay, we got a couple left. Let's power through them because none of these are like. Wait, this is the Cresselia. At the time, the Cresselia, you could make a lot of money on the 9, or you could make your money back on the 9, and the 10 is just worth a lot. I mean, these it's a beautiful card. So we're hoping for the 10, make some money. 9. Okay. Top to bottom looks thin up here. Down so you can see the number. The sides look the same. All right, we got 2 more here. Skarmory. We mainly got this one for our boy Beamar because he's in dire need to find this card as a 10, and I found this one at trade routes that I believed in. And again, it looks really good. There was like one spot on it that I was like, maybe they could dock it for that on the front art, and I'm not even seeing it now. It was somewhere like right up here. There it seemed to have like an impression, a hollow, but if this gets a 10, it's a kind of it's just like this Cresselia. It's really hard to get a 10 in, and but here's to you, B-Mart. 9. You know what? B-Mart's not gonna be satisfied with a 9. I can tell you that right now. Dang, bummer. Again, I don't know what to do with 9s. Because I'm not like a lot of the other people who do these that are vendors will just tell you if they get their 9s or 8s, they just recrack and put them in their case to try to get a little bit more of their money recuperated, but I'm not a vendor, so I don't know if that's what I want to do. I've got to figure out what I want to do. Back looks good. I don't know. Am I getting eaten up by the new centering? Like, is this literally how it is that I'm not seeing it? So this last one must be my Ghastly. This is the 3rd time I've had this card, okay? And it has not done me wrong so far. If I get a 10 in this, this is like my most valuable card that I have. This card is currently going for like $300 as a 10. Sells ungraded as like 50. I've pulled it in a pack twice. I'm getting so lucky with this card, right? And I've bought it at a card shop and flipped it for like $10 more one time. Like this card has done great for me. But this is one of the ones I pulled. So last card of the day. What do we have? Let's go. We got a 10. Oh, okay. We got a 10 on this Ghastly. Oh my. Temporal Forces, illustration rare, Ghastly, the Haunter, and Gengar. PSA 10. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so recap. I can't believe that. That is just insane. That means we've hit 2 cards that are just monstrous hits out of packs in our lifetime. All right. We have the Eevee and the Ghastly. Twilight Masquerade Eevee, Temporal Forces Ghastly. Same essence, really. Which makes me wonder if that new Golbat is going to be the next version of it. You guys know that? The Destin's Rivals Golbat is kind of the same energy cards. Huge hit. Huge hit. 9 on the Skarmory. 9 on the Cresselia. 8 on the Pikachu. I can't believe it. 7 on the Jolteon. Call that a blessing. 10 on the standard hollow Jolteon for the PC. 8 on this Jolteon. Still not sure about that. Not quite sure. I need to investigate these 8. Big 10 on my sequential demigod hits. And 2 10s on the Umbreon, Sylveon. Guys, we did great. We did great. That's 7 out of 12 of our cards were 10. I don't know. I don't really know how to end this video. I'm just super stoked. I'm just really excited. Look at this. Look at these cards I have. Look at that. Look at that. All right. See you guys later. Bye.